We're beginning a new chapter we're going to look at inequalities and their graphs. And so our essential question here for 3.1 is, can I write, graph, and identify solutions of inequalities? Let's go ahead and review equation first. I have a very basic one-step equation here. We're going to go through the process of solving this. We know we draw the line down the equal sign. Opposite of a positive 5 would be take away 5. Whatever we do to one side, we must do to the other. So this becomes a big 0. Opposites equal 0. You have isolated the letter x. It's all by itself, and x is 4. Now let's talk about what that means. We know when we have an equation, means that we have an equal sign. So let's talk about when we have an equation with a one variable. So one variable, we can graph these on a number line. So we have an equation here with a one variable and we can graph it on the number line. Let's talk about how we graph. Well, we're always going to put whatever we got for our answer right in the middle. So we have 4 right in the middle. That's what we got for our answer. We're going to do 1 less than 4, which I know is 3, and 1 greater than 4, which I know is 5. And because x is 4, x is not 3.5, x is not 3, it's not 5, it's not 4.1, it is exactly 4 and only 4. We can put a solid dot on the number 4. It's exactly 4. That's it. That is how we graph equations when we have one variable and we graph them on a number line. So what I want to do is I want to start talking about an inequality. And first of all, we read our inequalities left to right. So I'm going to put a couple inequalities down here. If I had one that looked like this, you could probably tell me that 4 is less than 7. And so this is the less than symbol. But let's say I had one with a line underneath it. That symbol with the line underneath it is 3 is less than 8. But this symbol with the line underneath means it can also be the number 8. So this is a less than or equal to. So this is less than or equal to. And then we have another kind of symbol. And what if I were to switch those and I read the 7 first? Well, this would just be the greater than symbol because again, we're reading left to right. So 7 is greater than 4. And then if I look at, and I switch the other one, because the 8 comes first, so we look at the way that the symbol is facing, this would be the greater than or equal to. So those are our 4 symbols that we can look at. I know you're probably trying to think of, well, why would I want something completely less than or greater than? And so I want to talk real quick about a real life example that pertains to all of us. And look at if you were to want and to earn an A in math class. Let's think about what you would have to get in order to earn an A in math class. And I know many of you are probably going to say, well, a 90. Well, yeah, 90% would be an A. And so would a 91% and a 92% and a 95.5%. So an A in math class can be equal to 90, but it can also be greater than 90. So on this example, we would have an A in math class is greater than or equal to a 90%. How would I talk about graphing that? And we're going to do a lot of graphing here with our inequalities. And so let's talk about that real quick. And as I mentioned in our equation problem, we're always going to put the answer that we get in the middle. And then We know that our greater numbers are going to be to the right, and our numbers that are lower or less are going to be to the left. And so I always go one space each direction. So we got an A is greater than or equal to 90. And we have an 89 is less than and a 91 is greater than. So how do I graph it? Well, first of all, we know it can be a 90. And so I'm going to put a solid circle. We'll talk about why solid here in a minute on the 90. But you told me it could be a 91 and a 92 and a 93. And so we have to shade. And when we have inequalities, we are either going to shade our graphs, our number lines, the way that the inequality symbol is telling us. So this is the A is greater than 90. Well, I shaded towards the 91 because 91 is greater than 90. And the reason it's a solid circle is because of this line right here that says it can be equal to. So if it's equal to 90, if exactly 90 would also work and satisfy an A in math class, then we shade in our circle. So let's go ahead and talk about what these will look like. If you just have a greater than or a less than symbol, it's going to be an open circle on your graph. And if you have a greater than and equal to or a less than or equal to circle, you're always going to want to make sure that that dot is closed in, meaning that value will also work. So let's go ahead and jump into some more examples here. It's kind of an introduction to inequalities and what they mean. And so we're going to look at writing an inequality. Okay, this one says that 6 is less than k. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. 6 less than k is greater than 13. This kind of goes back to our very first lesson of the year. And 6 is less than k. So we're going to have k take away 6. Okay. And that is going to actually be greater than, so our greater than symbol, 13. And it didn't say greater than or equal to. If it said equal to, you'd have a line underneath it. It just said greater than. And so we can use words. They can give you a problem with words, and you can write the inequalities. So that's one thing. If you go back to our essential question, we know that we can write, graph, and identify. So we have already practiced writing one. We've graphed one so far. We're going to graph some more here. And now let's talk about what does it mean to identify. So on this next example, they give me an example 2x plus 1. And it says it's greater than -3. And we want to know if these three solutions over here will make the inequality true. So we actually have to test each of them. So I'm going to put the -3 in. And I have to test it. I have to see if it works. I put the -3 in for the x value. 2 times -3 is a -6. A -6 plus 1 is a -5. Is -5 greater than -3? No. So that is not a solution. That does not work. That doesn't make it true. Let's try the -1. If I have a 2 and I have 2 times x, which I plug in -1 for, and I begin to check and see if the left side is greater than the right side. -2 plus 1 would be a -1. Is a -1 greater than a -3? Yes. So the -1 will work. It will make this true. Remember, the -3 did not. We have one more to check, which would be the 7. And as we check this, 2 times 7 we know is 14 plus 1. Is that greater than -3? And I do think we can all agree that a positive 15 is greater than a -3. Think of a number line. Your numbers that are the biggest or bigger are going to be on the right. The numbers that are less or smaller will be on the left. And so yes, this one works too. So you're going to have to be able to check these and identify if these solutions work or do not work to make them true. One last slide here. So now let's talk about the graphing, and we need to think back to our shading, okay? And let's talk about our graphing steps. So this one says I want to graph n is less than 1. So I told you that whenever we get our value for n there, what it's going to have to be, we put that number right in the middle. So the number 1 is going to go right in the middle. And what is 1 less than 1? That would be a 0. And 1 greater than 1 would be the number 2. And so now you need to ask yourselves, once you have your numbers on your number line, it's like zooming in and taking a picture. You're not going to write out the entire number line. The number line goes on forever in both directions. You're just zooming in and taking a snapshot of a part of the number line, and this is the part of the number line we're looking at. Because it says less than, it doesn't say less than or equal to, it does not have a line under it, we want to put an open circle on the 1. Now make it clear. Make it obvious that it's an open circle and not a shaded circle. And then it says n is less than 1. So I ask myself, is 0 less than 1? The one to the left of the positive 1? Or is 2, the value on the right, is it less than 1? Well, we know 0 is less than 1. So we are going to shade to the left. And we are done graphing that one. Let's look at the next one. It says a negative 2. And so we're going to put that value right in the middle. 1 bigger than, remember greater is to the right, would be a negative 1. And 1 less than would be a negative 3. If you struggle with your negatives and putting them on the number line, Google a number line so that you can actually look at how the number line should be written. So our numbers to the left are going to be less than the ones to the right. So this one says x is greater than or equal to negative 2. It has that equal to. So that means this has to be a closed dot. Make it clear. You can tell a big difference between an open dot and a closed dot for me. Make it very clear and obvious so I can read it. I will never probably guess correctly, so make it obvious from the beginning. And then if x is greater than negative 2, which value is actually greater than negative 2? Is it a negative 3 or a negative 1? It is the negative 1. So we're going to shade to the right. And our very last problem we're going to look at here is what we do when we want to actually, they give me the graph and I want to write the inequality. Okay, they give me the graph and I want to write the inequality. So I'm kind of going backwards from the 2 examples we just did. Well, first of all, where's the dot on? It's on the number 9. And we have to have a letter. I don't care what letter you pick. You can pick any letter you want. I'm just going to go ahead and pick X. And what we have to figure out is that inequality symbol that goes between the X and the 9. And so we need to look at the circle. And the circle is open, which means it either has to be a greater than symbol or a less than symbol. We will not have a line underneath it because it's not equal to. It's an open circle. And so, if we look at this, it has been shaded to the left, which means 8 is part of the solution, which means it's less than. So X is going to be less than 9. X is less than 9. And that's it. You're done. You were able to write the inequality. That's all I have. This is an intro to inequalities.